Students, I am Dr. Mona Lisa from Reproneet Learning, and I have got with me today the very talented All India Rank 1, Dr. Manisha. She gave the INISS exam in reproductive medicine, and she has got AIIMS merit list rank of 1, right, Manisha?
Yes, ma'am.
Many
Hello,
congratulations.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So let's discuss with you about your journey. Let's start with where you've done your UG and PG from, and when did you finish your PG?
Ma'am, I did my UG from Rangaraya Medical College, Kakinada. I'm from Andhra Pradesh, and after that, I joined JR in as JR in AIIMS Rishikesh. I finished my PG in January 2024. I passed out then. Then I
Okay,
worked as an SR last year. Passed.
last year, no? So this was your
Yes,
first attempt.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And after finishing your PG, were you doing SRship?
Yes, ma'am. Initially, I joined in Rishikesh itself. I did SR there for 6 months. Later, I came back to Andhra Pradesh and I joined as SR again at AIIMS Mangalgiri. So I was working there till
Okay.
this.
So when did you decide that you'll do the super specialty, and how did you decide about reproductive medicine?
Ma'am, I decided in my PG itself, in almost I think second or third year, I was mostly into thinking more deeply. I was like, okay, I have to learn more about these things. So then itself, I decided that I will do some specialty. Then eventually I was work at Rishikesh. We had a lot of exposure of onco, fetal medicine, and reproductive medicine. So after working there, I realized that I like the infertility and endocrine part more.
Okay.
So
So you
that's
had
why I
exposure to
decided.
everything,
Yes,
fetal
ma'am. Their
medicine,
exposure was there.
oncology, at
Yes,
AIIMS
ma'am.
Rishikesh. And then you
Yes, ma'am.
decided, you made a conscious decision that it is infertility that you want to pursue.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. So did you start preparing for that during your PG or in PG?
During my PG, it was for basic residency, ma'am. It's
Yes.
not like I'm
Final
preparing
exam.
for
For the
super
final exam, you had to
specialty.
prepare.
Yes, ma'am. Like we had internals time to time. For
Oh,
internals, we used to read. And then for final exams, I read all like Williams obstetrics and Novak's gynecology and few chapters of onco. That time I liked reading onco. So few chapters of onco I did from Barak and Hackers. So I tried to read standard textbooks as much as possible and I made a notes. And that notes was very helpful for me eventually.
okay. So, what question a lot of students ask is, yes, we will read from the big books, but when the exam time comes, it is very
Mm.
difficult to open those, 1,000 pages book and
Yes, ma'am.
memorize the answers quickly to be able to write them. So, what do you all toppers do? A lot of students nowadays tell me that we read the big books throughout our 3 years. So, did
Yes,
you resort to any smaller book during your exam, just before your final exam? I'm asking about the university exam, or you had your notes of everything prepared?
yes, ma'am. Actually, my notes was there.
Okay.
So I tried to consolidate everything in my notes. So
Oh,
whatever I used to read during my PG residency, those were there in my notes. So for
oh,
final exams also, I read that notes. For my entrance exams also, I updated that notes only.
okay. So, dear students, the trend is changing. A lot of students do this, that casually they'll read big books, only casually,
Mm.
when they find time in first and second year. And when the exam time comes, they have to switch to smaller books. Now, if somebody has read big books for all 3 years, made notes for 3 years, then it'll be difficult to switch to a new book just before the exam.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you decide the big book way, you have to start preparing notes from the day you start
Initial
reading.
days.
Yes, initial
Yes,
days
ma'am.
or only first year, second year. If you're reading, you have to start preparing your notes because you can't open those books just before the exam, and you can't
Yes,
switch to
ma'am.
any other book just before the exams.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is how you have to have your notes during residency for the final exam preparation. And then when did you decide that you need to start preparing for super specialty exams?
Like after my final exams, initially during my SRship, I was very casual about it. I knew I wanted to do something, but initially I was not reading. I was very casual.
During your SR
And
shift,
then yes,
when
ma'am, during initial days. Then at that time I gave FNB attempt last year, fellowship
oh,
exam.
okay.
Yes, ma'am. It was in March, I think. So I joined as an SR in February and I gave my exam in March and it went
Okay, so
very
your
badly.
exam was in December, January. So you passed out just
Yes,
in
ma'am.
January 24, maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
And then
Mm.
you gave your first attempt of FET.
Yes,
So how
ma'am.
was the exam? How was the
Very,
score?
I got rank 100 something, ma'am. I was very disappointed. Like, okay, the paper was good. It was easy. I knew all the questions, but I felt that something is different. Like, I'm not prepared for this MCQ based exam. I have to focus more. I have to understand a little more. Then I took Reproneet app at that time, ma'am, later on. And then I started watching all the videos. I updated my notes and I started doing MCQs. Initially, I wasn't that serious, but in between Rishikesh to Mangalgiri, that shift, I got some 1 to 2 months break before joining somewhere else. So at that time, I tried to finish all the videos and I tried to read few chapters in Gardner and Sparrows also. So that notes also I added. And after joining SRship at Mangalgiri, I was not again getting that much of time. Again, I started reading 1 month before fellowship exam, this year's fellowship exam. And
Okay.
then I gave fellowship. I got rank 15.
Okay, so
So,
you have got an FET rank of 15 as well.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you
And
attend
then
SS?
NEET SS, yes, ma'am. In NEET SS, my rank was 32.
Okay.
So, after
You
NEET
have
SS,
got ranks in all the exams. No, you were preparing
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Yes, ma'am. So after NEET SS, I thought maybe there is a chance that I might get a good government institute because I have to choose between FNB and this.
Mm.
But then I was not getting any government institute. That's why I gave NESS as well. I was preparing for NESS only. NESS was always my goal. But
Okay.
I thought maybe
So
plan
how
B,
was the,
plan
I
C
think
could be there.
after January 24, you must have given at least one attempt of NESS before this. So how was that exam?
No, ma'am,
You
I
did
didn't
not.
do.
Okay, because of
Yeah,
the
no,
shift, you
no.
could not give any exams,
No,
NESS.
actually, last session seat was not there, ma'am. In April session,
It was not there. Both
um,
the sessions,
seat was.
reproductive medicine was not there, no?
No, ma'am. April session में
No,
seat was
it
there, but at that time
was just a
very
fresher and
much
you were not
dep-
serious.
I was
Yes.
very much depressed about my CT, so I didn't apply for any SS again.
Then you prepared seriously and you have got scores in all the exams.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So since January, your major source has been Reproneet only,
Yes,
since you
ma'am.
started preparing. So
Post
this is also
residency,
important
ma'am.
to understand that if you read big books, for preparing for the exam, after that you have to switch to a concise source where everything is,
Yes, ma'am.
all the MCQs
Because
are there.
the understanding will also be different. Like at PG level, we understand things in a different level. Later
Af-
on, our understanding will improve better.
After you give the exam, no, once you prepare well for the exam, you give the exam,
Mm.
you understand the entire subject. And
Yes, ma'am.
then when you start reading, it becomes very interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what happened. It changes the level. You're very correct in saying
Mm.
that our level of understanding improves a lot after the exam, after
Yes, ma'am.
completion. So any tip that you would want to give to the students who are preparing now for the next exam?
Like be consistent, trust in yourself. If I can do, anyone can do.
That's a very humble thing to say. A lot of people say that. You have done your PG from AIIMS Rishikesh and you read all the big books. So it's not that if you can do, anyone can do. People have to work hard.
Yes,
Like
ma'am.
you. They have to work hard. They have to be consistent like you.
Yeah.
Who's studying? And just before the exam, had you taken any leaves?
Just before the exam, like 3, 4 days leave I have
Three,
taken.
4 days only. And
Mm.
before that, in the last 3, 4 months, how many hours you would devote to studying?
1, 2 hours per day.
One,
Like
2 hours.
mostly, like
Okay.
that in that 1, 2 months gap
But
I
you have
got,
been
I did
consistent
most
for
of the
the whole
parts.
year, no? You have been reading
Yes,
every day.
ma'am. Not every day, ma'am. Like maybe 3 days a week,
Three
whatever
days.
time I was able.
Studying. You were studying through your PG days, after your PG days.
Yes, ma'am. Like
And
it will depend daily. You are seeing some case, then you go back and read about that case.
yes, it is also important to correlate it clinically with whatever
Yes,
cases
ma'am.
you.
Reproneet would always be my recent app. I would open it every day to look at something. Some onco case has come. I will get some doubt and I'll open Reproneet again. So like frequently I used to see the same. I used to. I think that those PPTs before every exam, I tried to finish all those PPTs. Again, I would revise those PPTs whenever I had some time in ward or during work. Like whenever I had time, I used to look at all those PPTs which and those tables. Notes was very helpful, man. Your notes. That
Yes.
much I will
It
say.
is nice that we have everything at our bedside. At bedside, you can
Yes,
open your
ma'am.
app and you can see what to
Yes,
do with
ma'am.
it. Brilliant. You would want to thank anyone for your great result?
First of all, I would thank you, ma'am, because I had a different level of understanding, but it improved a lot after watching your videos. Your infertility, like the reproductive medicine part videos are amazing. Then I was like, maybe ma'am did FNB, that's why ma'am knows everything. Then I saw your onco videos also. Those were also very good.
They're also good. Yeah,
First of all, I would like to thank you, ma'am. Then my senior parents, my sister, and then my seniors and juniors, everything.
that's so nice of you, Manisha. We'll stay in touch. It was very nice
Yes,
having
ma'am.
you over, and I'm very, very proud of you for this fabulous rank in your first attempt. Lots of
Thank
blessings
you.
to you.
Thank you, ma'am.